The atomic bomb had not yet been invented at the start of World War II. Scientists discovered around that time that a powerful explosion may be possible by splitting an atom. This type of bomb would be capable of destroying a large city in a single blast, changing warfare forever. Albert Einstein came up with many theories to help scientists create the atomic bomb. He was frightened. What may happen if Hitler and Germany learned how to make a bomb first? So he wrote to U.S. President Franklin Roosevelt informing him of the potential of an atomic bomb. Roosevelt created the Manhattan Project as a result. The Manhattan Project was the name given to the research and development program for the atomic bomb. It began small, but as the bomb became more real, the United States added scientists and funding to ensure they were the first to have an atomic bomb. Ironically, many of the scientists involved in making the bomb had defected from Germany. Robert Oppenheimer was the lead scientist on the project. Funding for the project had reached $2 billion by the end, and around 200,000 people worked on the project. The first atomic bomb was tested in the New Mexico desert on July 16, 1945. The explosion was massive, equivalent to 18,000 tons of TNT. Scientists determined the temperature at the center of the explosion was 3 times hotter than the center of the sun. Even though scientists were happy they had successfully created the bomb, they were also fearful and sad. This bomb would change the world and could cause mass destruction and death. When Truman received word of the successful test, he wrote, "We have discovered the most terrible bomb in the history of the world." By the time the first atomic bomb was created, Germany had already surrendered and World War II in Europe was over. Japan was defeated in the Pacific, but refused to surrender. The United States was forced to contemplate an invasion of Japan, meaning anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million U.S. and Allied soldiers may die. Instead, President Truman decided to drop the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, an atomic bomb named Little Boy was dropped on Hiroshima, Japan by a plane named the Enola Gay. Hiroshima was chosen because it was a large port city with an army base and had not experienced much damage from previous bombs. The bomb itself was over 10 feet long, weighing around 10,000 pounds, and was made from uranium. A small parachute on the bomb slowed its drop, allowing the plane time to fly away from the blast zone. The bomb was dropped 2,000 feet above the city, creating a blast of heat and blinding light. The city was destroyed by the huge explosion and tens of thousands were killed. 5 square miles were flattened, including homes and schools. Within 5 days, 140,000 people had died from the bomb. Despite witnessing the horrific destruction of the bomb on Hiroshima, Emperor Hirohito and Japan still refused to surrender. On August 9, 1945, 3 days after the first bomb, another atomic bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki, Japan. It was made from plutonium, even more powerful than uranium. The devastation of Nagasaki was horrible, and around 75,000 people were killed. Emperor Hirohito in Japan surrendered to U.S. forces 6 days later on the USS Missouri. It was the first time most Japanese had heard the emperor's voice. The damage caused by nuclear radiation continued to make people sick and die for years after the bombing, many of whom were civilians, including women and children. The momentous decision to drop the atomic bomb has been debated ever since. Some argue the Japanese should have been warned to force them into surrendering. Truman was warned there would be massive causalities if the U.S. invaded Japan. The dropping of the bomb saved these American lives. To this day, another atomic bomb has not been detonated as an act of war.